We are back for another episode, LDP's podcast. Today I am here with
Banned 2 times.
Thank you for coming out, bro. I appreciate it. We actually, bro, how did we meet? I just shot you a DM.
Yeah, shot me a DM. You was talking on TikTok. And
Yeah.
I kept saying, "Yo, like I'm trying to answer your DM. Where you DMing me on?" I remember it took like a couple of days, honestly.
Yeah, it did. Cause, bro, I saw a TikTok of yours on my For You page, and then I was like, oh shit, like this is sick. Cause like you reflect up like a nice car. I was like,
Yeah. Pretty much some recent TikTok blew up, with the cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was showing some content about that.
I was like, definitely got to check it out. Hit you. It worked out. We finally collabed. You drove down. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was sick. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
So here we are, back for another episode. So today, our topics are going to be a little bit different. Usually we come on here, we talk to girls, what they like, don't like in relationships. This is going to be totally different. This is going to be an entrepreneurial-based episode for mainly...
A little bit about relationships, though.
Yeah, and a little bit about relationships, too, but mainly like people want to know like about you. How you did what you did and got to where you got. So the original TikTok I saw on my For You page was a video of you saying me at, what was it, 18 or 19, homeless?
Probably 18, 19 is homeless around that year. For a fact, in and out. 18
or 19, like homeless, like, and you told me like I was eating just like crackers and water. Like,
yeah, crackers and waters, beef patties. That was it for dinner. That was it.
Like for dinner, like you were telling me, and like that's crazy. And like all of a sudden, like within literally a couple months to a year, like your life totally turned around for obviously the better.
Yeah, for a fact.
Made it nice.
I mean, TikTok played a big role in that. Honestly, when I first started TikTok, guys were like, "Oh, that's gay. Don't get on there." People just dancing and stuff. But I wasn't really dancing on there. I was more so started out with like funny content, like comedian content. I thought that would go viral. I was doing whatever it took, like just to go viral. But I wasn't thinking of like doing it for life. I was just like, "Oh, let's get some clout. Like, it's cool." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then later on, I was like, let me like bring like my business onto like clothing and stuff like that. I thought like clothing would make a lot of money. I was doing like the lifeguard job at a certain time point, and I wasn't really messing with being a lifeguard because one day they were trying to get me to like clean the pool, and I was like, wait, what I got to do with being a lifeguard,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then I was like, this is a wrap,
No, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand, bro. Like where did your idea just to start a clothing company? Like you're like, listen. Like, so you're saying you're dead broke. I don't know where you get like this. What was it, like a light bulb moment? Let me start a clothing company.
Honestly, it started out. Was I in high school? Nah, I was in high school actually. So I was in high school. I had a friend named Craig. Shout out Craig Johnson. Good guy. He's about to graduate. Shout out to him. Basically, I told him because in our little friend group, right where I'm from, like if you didn't really have that much money, you kind of get made fun of, right?
Yeah.
So like I didn't have that much money, obviously poor. I was getting flamed up every day because I was running track, but nobody really cared. Like you still no drip, just walking to school, just wearing whatever. So they would always flame me up. So I'm like, yo, I gotta start a clothing line because like if my clothing line's hard and your girlfriend's wearing it and your mom's wearing it, you can't say it's not hard. Your girl's wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say it's not hard anymore. So like I was like, I need something exclusive too. Like so these guys like I don't know whatever. And I was like, yo, bro, Craig, what should I call it? You know what I'm saying? And that's what led to the brand name Excess, because he was like, nah, I think exclusive is kind of corny, And then I was like, Access or something like that. And he was like, nah, Excess, He started that whole thing up. And then from there, I stopped for like a year because like I bought a shirt like with my paycheck. I was working at Giant. The paycheck was only like $60. So the shirt from like printforward.com or whatever was like $30. I was broke again. I don't even know why I was getting paid so little bit. Anyways, Giant's a scam. Anyways, I got paid a $60 paycheck. I bought the shirt. I went broke. I was wearing that shirt all year long. Like, and even when I wore it, they were like, bro, like you only wear that one shirt. Like you need some more. Now, I kind of took offense to that, but at the same time, that was the truth though. I did need more items. Anyway, I took a break for like a year. I was like, fuck it, that's not gonna do nothing. I took like a year again. People still making fun of me. I'm like, fuck, maybe I'll make that brand again or whatever, right? So I posted on Twitter. This guy who's doing his own thing now, he's an entrepreneur. He's a millionaire now too, which is crazy. Even after we stopped being business partners, he's a millionaire by himself. He was like, yo, I'm going to invest some money into your clothing line. Like I was dead broke, but he was like, I'm investing money into it. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I guess, whatever.
So what was he investing the money for more?
Basically, he wanted to partner up with me because like I have like a huge creative mind when it came to that. He didn't really have the creative mind, but he had the money. So he was like, you're broke. I got money. Let me invest and let's partner up and I'll give you my ideas, exchange life like that. So that's how it kind of started off, And then from there, we went to like schools, his high school, my high school, selling. People was running up. Kind of felt like a celebrity at the time, even though we took an Uber there. But it felt like the man at that moment. And that's when I was like, nah, this shit can go somewhere, So that's pretty much started off.
That's awesome. And bro, like how did you? So now you're selling your clothing line in
Shopify.
But you're saying
at that moment.
At this moment, you're selling it what, in school? You said?
Oh yeah. I started getting it popping around school, like in the Maryland area. That's where it's from, Maryland. So I was selling it around school, stuff like that, and a lot of word of mouth was going on. Like, nah, this clothing brand it's fire. It's different. They got a whole bunch of colors, stuff like that. The people were just buying and then like DMing us, buying it online. I remember a couple of times, like, I didn't have a car, but people didn't live too far from me. I was like walking miles to like sell like one hoodie, 2 hoodies, walking back home. Once again, I'm not rich at this point. I'm just, making a little bit of money. But just to get the name out there, I felt as if all that was a part of the journey,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So how'd you scale it up from there, from selling it like to your friends in school?
From there, I took it on like to Twitter, honestly. Twitter, I had like a couple viral posts like with like the people that were in it, you know what I'm saying? And then, actually, I was in a relationship. Actually, this is actually where it all started off, like social media, period. I was in a relationship basically at the time, and me and this girl had the hoodies on, right? The picture got like, it just blew up somehow. I posted like 8 p.m. on Twitter, and I don't know how, it just blew up. I remember I was in a retweet group chat at that time, because I was like, fuck it, I'm just get in it, get some more likes or whatever. And it blew up and got like 60K likes on Twitter. And on Twitter, 60K likes is a lot. For Twitter, that's a lot of likes. That's viral. That's considered viral.
It is.
Like on TikTok, that would be considered like, kind of viral. But that's really viral on Twitter. And then like, I think I made like, me and the bro made like $1,500 that day. And I was like, shit, that's a lot of money. But I still didn't think I'd drop out. Still in college at that time. And I was like, that's a lot of money though. Because it just died right after that. Like after that, things go viral and it dies out.
Right.
So we made that money, got the out of town people. So shit was jumping at that moment. And that's kind of what started off the whole social media thing.
Beautiful. And like, so what allowed it? Like, and then you told me you had that $1,500 day. And
that was a different day. That was like a year later. That was $2,000, but that was a year later. These are different moments. Like this is like 2019. Like this all happened within the same year. It's actually crazy. This is like 2019, maybe like March-ish. That time I was working lifeguard, because I did that. I stopped for a couple of months and I started up again. That was a different time. Yeah, that was a different time. So now you had like what? You had a very profitable day. Yeah.
Right? You made $1,500. So from here, like now you're like, how do I, like, what are you thinking? Like, what's going on in your mind? Like,
more so, I felt like I just wanted to have more days like that. But I kind of knew that like I wasn't gonna like abuse my relationship to get those type of likes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she doesn't want to wear this today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or maybe she doesn't want to wear my brand all the time. So honestly, I just had to like figure out from there, like me and the bros, once again, taking it back to the basics, like just talking to people individually. And word of mouth honestly helps a lot of brands get bigger, especially the clothing brands. Word of mouth, like say me and you were wearing it, and like someone watches this podcast, they're like, oh yeah, I want to get that. Like what hoodie is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's pretty much how it started off in the beginning.
Yeah, 100%. So how did you turn? What was the moment where you realized like, now I know, like after I did this, I could turn this company into a 6-7 figure business? I
mean, I always thought it would be like that from the beginning, right? You know what I'm saying? I never like got into it when I started taking it serious. I'll say I always thought it would be a six-figure business. Like I have notes in my phone where I said like, my clothing brand will be 6 figures, or if I put like, if not the clothing brand, I'm gonna have 6 figures. Like some way, somehow, I always knew it would happen. I just don't know when, When you're broke as fuck in the basement, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you don't really know what the fuck's you don't know when it's gonna pop off.
Yeah.
I just knew that if I stay consistent, it'll pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
So one day the clothing brand just like,
nah, hell no. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? First, it's like months of consistency and just selling it, making like, I think at that time, 2019, probably averaging like 4K a month, something cool like that. I was switching partners a lot. Like I would get a partner and then like, I felt as if like they weren't really like putting that much work, and I'd be like, yo, like you really want to do this, And they'd be like, oh, no, I don't think it's for me. It was a mistake of school. I'd be like, damn, it kind of hurt, but it's like, all right, this guy doesn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just continue on, keep working, making the 4K a month, doing whatever. And then I got on TikTok. That's when I got on TikTok. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get on TikTok. But like I said, I was just making a whole bunch of jokes and shit. Wasn't really getting paid, just like a whole bunch of little kids laughing at me and shit,
But your clothing brand took off on TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. That's what changed my life. TikTok changed my life 100%. Even like, I don't know if you guys remember like when that whole Black Lives Matter shit was going on, and they were like, oh, don't get on TikTok. Black creators don't get on TikTok. I stayed on TikTok. I ain't give a fuck. I'm not a curse. I ain't
trying
care.
to get your money.
Yeah, I was like, you guys can leave. And then once again, I love the black people, but all you guys are back on there now.
Back, yeah.
Everybody's back on there now. So it was like, while you were there snoozing, I was on there, making money. You know what I'm saying? So I was just on there, just taking it serious. And then, money's clothing brand. Because I just had it in my bio. I never said buy my clothing. And people in the comments would be like, yo, is that your clothing line like in the bio? And I'm like, yeah. And they would buy. And like at that time, I think like my follower ratio was like 90% women. So like
Wow.
a lot of women were just buying it, and then like their friends were buying it, and moms and stuff like that, you know. So that's what
Wow.
happened.
So were you making content about the clothing that was like?
Nah, like
Don't-
so one night, right? I seen this guy. He was like, "Oh, I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur, and this is my clothing line. Here it looks like." He had like 400K likes, and I'm like, "It's just not even that hard." I'm like, his stuff is not even that good. I know mine's better than his.
Right.
So I was like, I did the same video. It got like 10K likes. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. So I got to start promoting it more to get money, and then like I started getting more money like that, and then just kept making more different videos. And then I like had like a video like with like all my clothing like just flipping through like, and that got like 400K likes.
Cause I saw some crazy fucking pictures on your
Yeah.
Instagram of you like with a bunch of orders, just like
Yeah, hell yeah, hell
waiting to
yeah.
be shipped out. Like, bro, that shit's crazy. Like,
Yeah, like every viral video, I feel like every business can really like every viral video, you're probably gonna get like 100, 200 orders. Like all those package photos on my Instagram, that's from like one day of orders and like just shipping them out like one day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
holy crap, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I respect that. And listen, for a lot of kids that are watching, like
Yeah.
I'm sure whether people want to start a clothing business, a construction business, like whatever it is, like they want to get a startup going, like it's a very daunting thing to do because there's so much potential to end up in the hole as opposed to showing up for an employer. But here's how I've always seen it, right? Like with everything. Like I'm not a successful business like related entrepreneur yet. Like I don't have a crazy amount of money to my name, but at the same time, like every employer, like this is how I think about it. Every employer had to take that risk to become the employer instead of the employee.
Yeah, for a fact.
Right? You know what I mean? Like it's easy to just show up to work at your average 9-to-5 job, whatever, even if you're working like hard, long hours, like there comes a point where like, yeah, like you do have to go hard. Like I agree. Like a lot of the stuff I've seen, like just content, like people are like, oh, I'm working this much, I'm working this hard. Like I have friends that work crazy hours in a week and they're making like good money now. But it's like, how much can you really upscale that? Because like that job is just kind of
It's more so.
You know
I'll say like it's more so when it comes to investments. Honestly, like some people can work a normal 9 to 5 and become a millionaire within like 5 years. Like that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But like some people just don't have that mental discipline to like invest. Like even back to when I was like eating like the food and stuff. Like I told you I'm making 4K a month, right?
Yeah.
But I was still eating the same food after even making 4K a month because I felt as if like I didn't deserve to be eating at Ruth Chris and Benihana's and just doing a whole bunch of stuff like that.
with 4K a month.
You know what I'm saying? With 4K a month. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And I could go buy Louis Vuitton and go do this and that.
But it's just a waste.
It's just a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather invest in myself, invest in knowledge, invest in all the things that matter. So in the end, I'm here. Because there's a lot of guys started off when I started off. They're not here right now. They're not even popping right now. They're not doing anything. And I'm not saying I'm a celebrity or nothing. I'm just saying like I'm still in a sense relevant. My followers are still going up.
Yeah.
Money's still coming in. You know what I'm saying? But there's guys who just die out because you know they didn't invest in the proper things.
Yeah.
Their mental can't handle when like their bank account's on E, and you don't know how to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that it affects a lot of people.
And you told me, like how you were saying it affects a lot of people. You told me that you stopped the clothing brand, like your original clothing brand, access like in general because of what meant like you had some mental health.
Mentally, it just was too much, honestly, at one point in time. But it was more so some personal stuff going on. I'll talk about it. I don't care. 'Cause I talked about it on TikTok. So basically, I found out like a kid wasn't my kid. So I was like, damn, what the F? Like, because originally my whole thing of getting rich was to support the baby because I didn't want him to grow up poor like me. I didn't want him to be poor, stuff like that. I've talked about a situation on TikTok that's gone viral before. And like that whole situation was just too much. And I felt like that brand was tied to him because that brand was like something I wanted to take down and give to him when he gets older. So I feel like, fuck all this. I'm going to start something new. You know what I'm saying? And I'm me, you know, so I could do it. So that's pretty much it.
So you thought it was your kid?
Yeah, I thought it was my kid, but then it came out it wasn't my kid. Like the woman, long story behind that. I just found out it wasn't my kid, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like I was like, you know, like when those
Heartbreaking,
shows,
I would.
yeah,
I
you know,
would
like when those
imagine.
shows, like when your head's spinning and like the guy spinning around in circles. I'm like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah.
You know, all dramatic. I was about to smoke a cigarette or something. I was stressing out. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm joking. But you know, I was like, "Damn, mad stressed, bro." Like, that was wild. So I just stopped all that. You know what I'm saying? So stopped all that.
No, I could imagine that was like a lot. So that was like your main reason for dropping that.
That was my main reason for dropping out of school. My main reason for starting a brand. And that's why I said like it's kind of different for like a lot of people to become successful because like what's your drive? Honestly, you know, my drive was like a little baby, like had nobody but me. So like if I'm a failure, then he's gonna technically grow up to most likely, undeniably go down that route of being a failure too. Hopefully not, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it kind of just like sparked it for you, like you really didn't have a choice.
Yeah, like I told Shawty, I sat her down like, yo, like keep the baby. I'm gonna get rich in a couple months. that was it. Like that's all I said.
That's crazy.
She kept it, and that was it.
That's crazy. It's crazy to hear like you like having that mentality. Like there's a lot of people, like even like my immediate friend group, like people that I've had to distance from because like people rub off on you. Like hearing this makes me want to go harder. Like I have friends that just kind of like settle with like what they're doing. Like they just go to school, come home.
Yeah, no, I had
there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it's just like I feel like there's just so much more to life. Like they enjoy like looking at like pictures and videos of cars. Like, oh, this is my dream car. But like they actively don't do anything to try to achieve.
Oh yeah,
car.
no, for
you know what I mean?
fact.
And like I see that, and I'm like, it almost like upsets me. It's like, well, why don't you actually want it? Like,
Yeah,
why,
for a fact.
Why look at it on the phone?
That's type of bros I was around. Like I definitely had like a group. Like I don't know, social media came to me so many different ways. The relationship social media side, like the YouTube stuff like that. Then I had my friend group. We were all like doing social media like at school, right? Everybody was doing it. I had a couple guys who had way more followers than me. They were doing it, stuff like that. And they'd be like, yo, I'm trying to like, get this, get that. And I'm like, yo, so what are you doing to get it? And they'd be like, oh, I'm not trying to talk about that right now, whatever. And I just pushing it out. Like one of my most viral TikToks is like me basically talking about like, trying to tell my friends that like, yo, this is how you can get rich and this is what we can do. And if we follow this.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it too. Like you were like, yo, if we just follow this plan, we could get rich in this amount of time.
Yeah.
And then it cut to like, oh, you're loud or whatever. Like we heard you.
That's literally what they were saying. They'd be like, bro, like you're yelling about this and you just like sit down, like swear to God, like, cause I was like the youngest guy in there, like, yo, sit the F down, like you're talking too much about this stuff. We don't want to hear. But like in the back room, you guys are telling me like you guys want to get rich, you guys want a Lamborghini, Ferrari, this, that, and third, but we're not doing anything to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I just cut all of them off. Like I remember like this stuff happened within like a month. Like everybody in the group chat, there was like 10 people in there. I stopped talking to all of them. No friends. Just me and social media. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So that's what I did.
Bro, that's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now because fucking I whatever. I guess I'll air this out to the internet too. I dropped out of school. I'm getting my GED, and it's like since I dropped out, like I really learned like who is my friend. Like
oh yeah, no, for a fact.
It dumbed down to like literally 2 people, and like I'm surprised that 2 people were still there. I thought it was fucking 20 people. It's definitely not 20 people,
Yeah, no.
and one of the people is my brother.
Facts,
who I consider to be my best friend and my business partner. Biggest supporters here. So it's like who was really my friend? Like I figured it out.
Oh yeah,
you
drop out of school. You want to find your friends, a business, and dropping out of school. Those 2 things.
Oh my God, dude.
I dropped out of school. I'm like, nobody's talking to me.
Yeah, dude. And it's isolating because like lately, and like I'll be honest, I don't care about putting this out to the internet. Like I've been going through like phases of like almost like a lack of motivation because I feel like I became like a man overnight because it was like I now all of a sudden like I'm not in that social scene anymore. Like I don't have any of that. Like I literally have my girl and my work ethic. Like that's it. Like that's it. Like the only social stimulation I'm getting is hanging out with my girlfriend. That's it. Everything else is social. It's just social media. It's all fake. So it's like
for a fact.
Like this is what I'm pursuing now. So it's like maybe I'm fucked up or crazy for doing it, but like I'm trying. You know what I mean?
Nah, for a fact. That's how it was in me. Like just me. Like even when you dropped out, like the honey start acting different. Actually, out of everybody started acting different. Maybe the girls remain the same. But if you're in a relationship, it's not gonna like really affect. You're not gonna talk to the girls. But I felt as if like the bros like. I feel like you have to be at a school party. You have to be in a dorm room with them. Or like they don't want to be friends. It's weird. Or you get popping on social media. Not everybody's your friend. Or you show that you're rich. Everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody wants to hang out. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants you to come over. Be seen or know or be able to tell people that they know.
I was with him. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Rather than like really even caring about people. The older you get, the more you realize it's every man for themselves. When we were younger, we all like hang around each other. Everybody's trying to help out. Like, and nobody's gonna share any money out here no more,
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do any of that no more.
I agree.
It's pretty much every man for themselves, and that's pretty much what happens when you get older.
Yeah. No, bro, I agree, and I'm like I've seen that now. I'm super young, like I'm 17, but like I could, and you're super young too. But like I could see it, like you see it, like, and I have a lot of friends that they want to go away for like a 4-year college experience, like they want to be away, and it's like it's crazy. Like I'm growing up, like my parents support me, take care of me, everything.
Yeah.
But these are people that have like they're in an even more different like financial situation, and they think that like that 4 years is the real world. Like they truly believe that.
There's a lot of people.
They truly believe that them going away for 4 years on their parents' dime to go get an education at a college and go party their life away for 4 years is like the real world. There's nothing real about that. Like you're gonna be out of that and miserable because once you like have to show up to work every day behind your desk and like actually do work, it's like, oh.
I feel like honestly, my biggest fear is like. Well, my biggest fear when I was in college was like, I'm gonna go through college, right? And I'm gonna graduate, and then like the job I have is gonna be like so bad or so like repetitive that I'm gonna be like, damn, I miss college. Like basically reminiscing on the glory days. I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn, like college, like or sitting like it's 30 years later, and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, like remember like in college when. We don't care. What happened this year? What happened this year? Like, what did you do this year? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on this year? Like, I didn't want to be like that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was my biggest fear. Like, shit, I'm gonna really look back like, fuck, while I was in that school. Like right now, I'm doing my thing. I'm making a lot of money per year. I'm seeing people I was with in school, just now graduating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm way past that. You know what I'm saying? Way past that. Way past like a lot of things that most people are just now getting into.
Yeah, bro, it's great. Like, and you know what's so funny? Like, I talked to like my cousins that went away to school to like go get like traditional careers, like nursing, whatever else it may be. Aunts and uncles that did their thing, and like I'm talking to them like at the dinner table, and they're like trying to ask me like about like my career goals, and I was like, well, right now the ongoing plan is, and then I tell them my plan, and I'm like, and I think financially like I'll be like kind of set to not have to work anymore probably by the time I'm around like 30, and they're like, oh my god, you're out of your mind. 30, you hit your prime, that's when you're working your most. 30 like this, and it's like, well, that's how you were raised. Like,
for a fact.
That's all you were told. Like, I'm exposed to like seeing people and like learning from people that have done it at a fucking younger age than 30. So why can't I do the same thing? Like, why can't I learn the formula, and then obviously it's not going to be exactly the same, but repeat it. Like,
I mean, they never really people genuinely never believe it till it's done.
It's crazy.
Like my mom, I made $1,500 in a month, and she's like, I mean, even though she's telling the truth, she's like, yo, you can't live off $1,500 in a month, right? And then my mentor, my coach I used to live with when I got abandoned when I was a child, so I lived with him, whatever. And he was like, my mom was like, yo, talk to Dave, tell him, speak some sense into him, And he's like, yo, yeah, I don't think you could drop out off of that. And I was like, I think I could drop out off of that. Like, that was just the spark to just show. Well, even one viral video. I mean, depending on why it went viral. Like, if it was viral because of your personality or viral because of what you created, then, keep going. And now, if it's viral because you scored like a cool school fight or something, like, that's not gonna like change your life. Unless you become like world star or something, then you could just upload different fights.
If you're really good at fighting.
If you're really good at like, or whatever. But so, they didn't really believe me till I bought the cars, till I bought the cribs. Then they're like,
how many cars do you have right now?
4 cars. Right now.
What cars do you have right now?
I have a BMW i8. I have the Supra that's outside. I have a Lotus Evora, and I got like 6, but 2 I don't really count because they're not really like a flex car. So it's like 6, and then people thought it was cap, but it's not. It's not. I just bought not those cars. I showed those. I got the LC500. Then I just bought a Ferrari 296. But that's pretty much it. And I'm trying to get the Z06 right now, the new one.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fucking bro, good for you. Like, bro, that shit makes me happy because it's like you hear from people and it's like, oh, like dude, like I see like people that like say you want to become a teacher, and like I don't shit on that goal at all. Like if you want to educate, like that's awesome, like great career, whatever. But it's like you're gonna be confined to like that certain amount of money, and then it's you hear like that old school mentality, like, oh, but what about your pension? What about when you make a certain amount of money, you're building your own pension.
Yeah, for a fact.
When you're a 6-figure earner, like you create your own pension. You don't need a fucking pension from the state. Like what?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You don't need that.
At certain levels of money, it doesn't really matter anymore. Like say I'm averaging about like. I'll say about on a minimum. I don't like saying high ends because when we say the high end, everybody goes, "Oh, you're not that."
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
Calm down. Maybe around like on a minimum every month I make 30,000. So I mean like,
and you're unemployed.
Yeah, technically I am unemployed.
He's technically unemployed.
Yeah, technically I am unemployed. Like if I was to like get arrested right now and they said like, what's your employment? I'd be like,
I get 400.
Like
every
I'm a
2 weeks.
Yeah, So I mean like somebody's salary in the U.S. right now is 30,000. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes like said, money starts becoming different at different values. You know what I'm saying? The more money you make. So the more money you make, it starts becoming less of like, oh, I gotta save up, or I gotta wait to do this and that. Like money's freedom. Like period. Money is freedom. Like you get to do what you want. Like today, I woke up pretty late to come here. I ain't gonna lie, but I wake up when I want to wake up. You know what I'm saying? I should have woke up to be here on time, but I'm saying like any other day, I wake up at 12 p.m. The other day I woke up at 6 p.m. And
bro, that's awesome.
And I'm talking. And I'm like, people are just now probably getting off work at Smoothie King, wherever they're working at. I don't know, whatever they're doing. And nothing's wrong with that though. We need those people at the end of the
No,
day.
listen,
You know what I'm saying?
everyone needs to play their role in society. But like I was
Yeah.
like, and like I know you're a fan of Andrew Tate. And, like, you think
Yeah, I
he's-
love Andrew Tate. He's that guy, man. He's that guy.
I saw a video from Tate, and he was talking about like the crypto like bear market like coming to shit. He's like it's basically like putting like the wages back in their place. He's like because like you need those people like in society. Like at the end of the day, like it sucks. Like not everyone could be that guy that like becomes successful.
Yeah.
Like essentially the government's like, we need people to work at Smoothie King again.
Yeah,
everyone's getting rich off crypto.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I will say though, crypto will either like really humble you or really gas you up. Like I had a lot of people like last year making mad money. Like, yo, like I'm dropping out, I'm doing this. Bro's back at work right now. Back at work right now, 9 to 5, working 12-hour shifts like right now, no cap. Like I was investing in crypto, but crypto wasn't my main source of income. I definitely made a shit ton of money off crypto last year. But that's funny. Andrew Tate, he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. He's hilarious.
Shout out to Tate.
Wait, is it on? Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
I was just saying, we were coming back. You're in the top 1% of earners.
Oh yeah, nah, definitely top 1%. I had to like look up like the national average one day to make sure I wasn't tripping. Like I didn't want to get online and start saying it. I had to like verify it because I guess like people 21 right now are making around 35K a year in the U.S. You can look up on Google. It's there. People are making 35K a year. Like, and then like if you get out of college, you're probably making around 60, 80K. And I think some of those numbers are kind of going down with all the stuff going on with the economy.
Plus inflation. What the fuck are you gonna do with 70K on the books right now?
Oh yeah.
You can't literally, like, as shitty as it sounds, $70,000 on the books that gets taxed. Like you cannot provide for a family with that money.
Yeah,
you really can't.
Taxes is insane. What did I pay my first year? I think 2020 is when I made my first 6 figures. And that was like, I think I made around, I posted on TikTok, I made around it was either 450 or $500,000 that year. And that was within like 6 months. And
It was all off the clothing business.
yeah, all of the clothing. And then I got taxed like, fuck.
And were you with your warehouse like inventory, you were doing this?
This is all in the crib, bro.
You did this all out of the house?
All at the crib, yeah, all at the crib. All at the crib. And then my print man held some stuff for me at the same time because we had a good relationship because I was working with him for a while. To his business alone, I brought him at least like 30K that year. At least 30K that year. That's somebody else's salary right there. And he's just printing clothes and stuff like that, you know. And he told me like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you're about like 30K this year, you know what I'm saying? And I was bringing him like other brands to get, so he was just messing with me. So he would hold some of my inventory, you know, and shit for me if I asked him to. But for the most part, it was right here in the crib. People just didn't know. Yeah, I mean, it's social media. Like, you don't have to tell people like where your stuff is hidden at or like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it doesn't matter as long as the stuff online is fire, and you know that's pretty much it.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
I know a lot of other guys who just do stuff out of their crib. Like, you don't have to have a warehouse. Like, to me, honestly, I'm not even gonna believe it. Honestly, because like to get a warehouse by itself, like it's probably like 30,000. That's number one. Then you have to ask yourself, why do you have a warehouse? Are you moving that much stuff that you need a warehouse? Because I know, once again, like I said, like $500,000 a year. I had one under $500,000, probably for the first year. Yeah, I don't need a warehouse. Why do you need a warehouse? You must be making some type of money I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to need a warehouse, nah, you don't need a warehouse like that.
So, you've been broke, and you've been rich. We'll say.
I mean,
we'll say.
I guess
in a better financial position.
Yeah,
we could say
pretty nice. We call it in my family sitting nice. That's what we call it.
You've been broke. You've been sitting nice.
Sitting nice, yeah, sitting nice.
What do you pick?
Between being broke and sitting nice. Like, if I was to choose, like, to go back in time, being broke for a fact. Being broke just pushes you to like you value a lot of things more, right? Like, to have the freedom. Like, so once you do get rich, right? Most people. And this is the truth. You can look it up. Most entrepreneurs fail. 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs fail. Only 10% to 5% succeed. And if you were already well off before, you're not gonna value being at that level right at that time. But if you're broke, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I can never." Like, those nightmares will be in your head. Like, one day, like, even Drake talked about it. Like, he basically said like he had anxiety to push him. Like, me, I swear to God, at nighttime I get anxiety. Like, I can't even sleep. I swear to God, I can't even sleep. Like, if I didn't make enough money today, I can't sleep because I know what it's like to be broke. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like to not have a car. My mom didn't get a car till I was like 17. So, so many years I was riding the bus. I used to be made fun of that for that too. So, dad, broke. Everybody broke. Grandma, she's Trinidadian. She, little grandma cooking pies and shit. She doesn't worry about that shit, you know? So, I was broke for a long ass time. So, once I got money, I was on.
Took care of your family?
I gave back a lot of money, but that's something I want to speak on too. Like in the beginning, honestly, this is my biggest downfall. I think a lot of people don't think about. You got to be selfish. Like even you guys make it out right. Yes, you want to go buy mom a mansion. You want to buy her a new Mercedes. It's probably not the best financial choice because you don't know how long your streak of cloud fandom is gonna really go for. You know what I'm saying? So in my first year, I'll tell the truth right now. I made $500,000. I probably spent $500,000. Facts.
You blew all your money?
I was broke by the end of 2020.
Oh my God.
Like I remember I went to Christmas time. My partner, we lived together. It was Christmas time. We were sitting around, right? I mean, we got the cars or whatever, but we're just sitting there like, damn, we're broke as shit.
What were you spending all that money on?
Like
cars?
I said, nah. I didn't really have the wild cards for probably a couple months after that. I mean, not that that was a big difference, but at that moment, the end of 2020, around Christmas time, we were giving it away. I remember I gave my partner $3K, like, yo, here's $3K, whatever. You know, we just give each other money. I don't know why. It's our same money. He blows it, gets his mom like a Louis bag, and like, you know, takes her out. You know, he's with the honeys at the time. That time was a pretty dark time for me. I'm spending money on women. I'm just balling out, you know, flying girls in. I swear to God, I'm just living the bachelor lifestyle, just wilding out. Like, I remember one time I just flew this girl in, and it was her and her friend. And I spent like $10K in like 3 days. And then I was depressed at that moment, obviously. What normal guy is doing that? Nobody normal is doing that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get no cheeks. I'm like, damn.
For 10K?
For 10K, I didn't get no cheeks. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo.
Bro, you're not supposed to be happy. You gotta be depressed.
Yeah.
You gotta be depressed.
When I realized this wasn't going nowhere, I sent her back home. And her and her man, I sent both of them back. Delta flight. I don't even know why I spelled Delta. They should have went Spirit. I put them on Delta. Another $1,000.
Delayed flight and everything.
You know, another $1,000 gone. 11K.
Damn.
So, you know, moms, I'm looking out for moms. You know, her friends were like dying. I don't know why. They were just all dropping. I don't know what's going on with that. They're like 40 though. I was like, what the hell's going on? So I was giving my mom money, you know, looking out. On Christmas time that year, I think I spent like 15K on moms. Just wilding out. Like, bought her a tennis bracelet. I don't know why. I just did it.
But you were also what? You were never taught how to manage money.
Yeah, that's another thing. I never had like a mentor when it came to, well, everybody was broke. Everybody was broke. So like me getting money, it's like, who am I gonna go to like talk about like managing money? Like, you know, there was the old heads like, save your money, man. Like, but nobody really was like going in depth. Like, yo, like you like really grabbed me up. Like,
and I would imagine, like, correct me if I'm wrong. There's probably that piece of you, like you were saying, you got made fun of. Like you had all these things. Like you probably. Like there was like I could say
it was definitely like I gotta show you like
a pettiness almost.
Yeah,
like I'll show you. Like I did it.
This is what I was telling the bros at the time. But at that time I was like, yo, I gotta buy shit just so it hurts. So that was our thing, right? We were like, I'm gonna buy it just so it hurts. I'm gonna buy the Supra just so like when you see it, it bites. You know what I'm saying? Like, or say like your arch nemesis came out with a fucking Ferrari. You don't get a Ferrari. You just went home in a Camry. You're gonna be like, damn, that shit bit a little bit. You're gonna low-key think about that shit the whole night. Like, fuck. This man just pulled off in a Ferrari. Like if I was beefing with Tate, right, and he pulled up in his Bugatti, and nobody's around me in the Honda, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, that hurts, like that. So that's what I always do. That's my drive to this day. It's still my drive. That's still my drive to this day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might like, oh, no, I might be petty for this. I might go on like people. Just make fun of me. I might like some of their photos. Just so they come on my eyes. She's like, damn, he's living nice right now.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. That's
whatever. Hey, fuck it. Whatever drives you, it don't.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It don't meet you.
The doubt drives, yeah.
So you made your money on clothing, and then you were telling me you also made some money on crypto, right?
Hell yeah.
So that was money that you took from your clothing business and invested into crypto.
Yeah. Bro, like I'm telling you honestly, 2020, I was doing wild shit more towards the end of the year, but in the beginning, to get to being rich, I was investing everything. I didn't have no money for no dinners. I didn't have no money for no honeys. I didn't have no money for the baby at that time. I was just investing everything.
It was all invested.
It was all invested in everything. Everything was tied up. Every single penny was tied up into everything I could invest in. I bought Ethereum when it was like 140. I bought Etsy when it was $18, $12, whatever. No, I think I bought it when it was $12. And then Etsy shot up. And then Elon Musk shot out Etsy. I was like, damn, I knew I was onto it. And it went up to like 185. That's when I sold it. I had a whole bunch of shares, made like 30K off of that. I invested in a Dogecoin when everybody laughed. I seen a TikTok. I don't know if people seen it. Like, it was like a TikTok. They were like, yo, if you invest $25, by next year it'll be 10K, right? Everybody slept on that TikTok. I seen that. And I was like, what do you have to lose? Like, you know what I'm saying?
$25.
It's $25. Like, damn. I mean, I know I'm poor, but shit, $25 is, you know, I'm really, really poor if I really can't do $25. So I invested $25 into like Doge. Let's sit there. I remember one night, right, that year, so that video blew up on TikTok. Then I posted it. I swear it was me. I posted it on Twitter, and it got trending on Twitter. I swear it was from my account. It happened that day. And then it went up to like $300. I was like, okay, that's pretty good potential right there. So I left it alone. Later on, I went and invested like $1,000. I let it sit. When it started blowing up, it went to like 11K. Like, last year was going crazy. 11K, then went to 20K, then went to 30K. I wasn't touching it for nothing. Now, when it hit like 100K, I took out a couple bands. I had to. That's when I went to buy the cars and shit like that. People thought I bought those cars off like, clothing. I didn't even buy it off clothing. I could have did that, but I feel like I just want to save that money based off of what happened the year before.
Yeah.
Going broke. So I was like, I don't want to do that.
Getting rich and going broke.
Yeah,
because
so I was like, nah.
That's ridiculous.
I'd rather just use money that I didn't work for, didn't put my hard-earned hours in to go buy. At this point, I call them the toys. They call them the toys at this point because they are toys. But they do make money depending on, like, your image makes you money. Like, getting followers makes you money. So, like me blowing up recently has definitely been because people seen the cars. Like, what the fuck? Why does he have that car? He's 21.
Yeah.
Why does he have these cars that 50-year-olds are in? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I bought the LC.
50-year-olds aren't even in the car.
Yeah, I mean, some guys
They're really
aren't even in
not.
those cars.
Unless like, maybe you got your master's degree, you got like a really good job, and like it took you a lot of times to even get in that position. Like, bro, doing it young, like it's nutty.
Hell yeah, like when I bought the LC, right? Like that car's $100,000. So when I went in, they were like, "How old is the kid in the back?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's 20." He's like, "Nah, he's no way." So the guy, like the GM came out. He was like, "Yo, you're really trying to buy the LC?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to buy the LC." Like, I just said that, bro. You just heard me. I said I'm trying to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't trying to let me test drive it without like doing like a credit application or whatever. And I was like, "Nah, I got the money." So I showed him like my stock account. He's like, "Oh, yo, fuck, he's serious." And like everybody came around asking mad questions about stocks, mad questions about. I went out with the car that day. But, yeah, that was like, pretty cool. Just being young and doing that type of things, you know what I'm saying?
So that's fucking awesome.
Your credit when you were to buy the car?
Yeah, because you got to do a credit application to test drive. Certain, like, if it's like $100,000 and over, like, you can't go test drive a Ferrari right now. They would not let you. I think building credit is essential. So the like certain cars that I bought, like the i8, that was on credit, but that was smooth, you know what I'm saying? But like I had a friend who also applied for that and got denied, you know what I'm saying? But I also had like this woman I was doing business. She helped me out. Basically, she became like an authorized user or whatever. So my credit score started off at a 690 off bucks, and that was like 2020, right? I was already averaging. I've been averaging 30,000 for a while actually. I was averaging 30,000 at that time as well. So your income plus your credit score, you can buy whatever. I remember at the Lamborghini, they're like, bro, they were like, I swear to God, you can get this Lamborghini. But I told myself, I don't really want to be paying $2.5K a month. Like, that's how much like it would have been. Like, even with the 2% interest rate they gave me. I was like, nah, I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah. Like, with the money down and the interest rate, it would have been 2.5K a month. I was like, nah. But credit's important, though. You'll get denied for apartments and all types of stuff. Like, you need to have pretty good credit. What the wait? I think apartments off your income, actually. I don't know.
It's crazy, though. Like even like, I don't know. Are you familiar with Steph is Cold?
No, what's that?
He makes some cool content. He's a self-improvement guy. Like, he talks about like his credit and stuff. And like, even when he was making like more money, like he went to go buy a Hellcat, like he got denied. Like, because he was talking like he had the money and he got denied because of his credit. It was like, because when he was younger, like he didn't know anything about credit, and he would like, I think he got like a card with like $5,000 on it, and he just fucking maxed the shit out because he didn't know anything about it. He just kept spending money.
Just maxing out.
He had a Best Buy credit card. Like, he was like, I was.
Wait, he had Best Buy?
Yeah,
bro. No, I got a story about Best Buy. Fuck Best Buy. Seriously, I had a Best Buy credit card. That shit fucked my credit up one year. Yo, Best Buy. Yo, retail credit cards are some shit, bro.
Well, that's what he did. He got all fucked up. Like, he bought.
Yeah, Best Buy gave me $2,000. I'm like, bro, they're just handing out money. I was like, fuck it. I went and bought a TV. Yo, I don't know why I bought a TV for $1,500 that day. I bought a $1,500 plasma screen TV, and they reported it the next week, and I was like, what the fuck? Credit score dropped like 50 points. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's like they're testing to see how you're gonna manage the money.
Yeah, I was like, what's the point of giving it to me if you're going to be reporting all extra fast? And I was like, didn't even give me 30 days. Damn. I was like, shit. Yeah, Best Buy. That's crazy you said that. Best Buy.
Fuck you.
I gotta sue them. Yeah, fuck Best Buy.
He blew through the $5,000 in like a month, and like his credit was like destroyed, and like it affected
Best
him
Buy
years
card
later.
did the same thing to me.
It affected him years later, which is like nuts. When you're
I'll say right now, just because of the Best Buy card, my credit's not that good.
Yeah,
but I mean, when you're rich, you don't need credit. I'm just saying, it's a nice tool. It's a nice tool to use, but you don't need it. You don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good tool to use. Like, say, I don't really want to pay this whole car off. I just want to put a little bit down and just pay it off later on. Use credit, but You don't need it. It's just there. You know what I'm saying? It's there, you know?
Bro, that's sick. All right, so we talked some crypto right now, right?
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
the market's shit.
Shit, yeah.
What are you buying into right now? What are you buying into right now?
I'm buying.
With the market being terribly bearish.
I don't really gotta buy too much like Ethereum and Bitcoin. Everybody's probably expecting me to say. I'm buying up Shiba, man. It's a lot of hate for that. I'm crushing it with Shiba right now.
What'd you get it at? What was your...
What I get in at? Honestly, the numbers are so small. I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna sound dumb. So I don't really know where I got in at. It was like I'll say like it was like 4 zeros, point like 20 or something like that. So I got it at that. But no, my money I lost a lot of money though because I was at 0.00050. So it dropped.
Yeah.
But I kept investing money. I don't give a fuck because I know it's gonna go up. I already made like before it dropped because it went up before, you know, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
At that,
83.
yeah, that's how I made like 5 figures. I took it out because I didn't really know what it was gonna do. I was kind of nervous. I was like, fuck, I just made 5 figures. Fuck it, I'm gonna just take it out.
Yeah.
And then like I seen it drop. I'm like, there's no way it's not gonna go back to the normal state eventually. It's kind of sad what happened to Dogecoin though. He took all my money out of it. Sorry everybody, I took all my money out. I've been taking all my money out that. Because I just didn't know what was gonna happen with that. Too risky. It went below 1 cent. That shit was so sad. I was like, fuck. I know some people went broke. Like Tate said, they gotta go back to work now.
On Doge. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like I know one of my family members. Not to call him out if you watch this, I'm sorry. I know that he was sitting nice off Doge. I know he's back to work. I literally didn't even call him because I know he's gonna probably slamming tables and shit, smoking a cigarette right now.
Bro, that's
Because,
pain.
yeah.
Bro, that's sad. Wait, so now you said like, so you got your money off clothing, got your money off crypto.
Yeah.
So you said you average like 30K a month.
Yeah.
Now, right now, the clothing is not even going. So
Yeah, right now, I'm I'm still doing the crypto shit. I be teaching people sometimes,
Yeah.
mentoring stuff like that, make money off of that. But that's not really my source of income because I started that this year. I've been in the game for like 4 years.
But because you made so much money, you're just chilling right now.
Yeah, I'm
basically.
chilling right now, honestly. But more so, I'm really not.
You're pushing on social media.
Yeah, I'm pushing right now. I'm more so just trying to get more followers on social media because my last account got banned at like 250K. It's so crazy with TikTok. Like you kind of feel like your life is over, low key. Like in those moments, you kind of feel it's dark. Like shadow banned. What, they not fucking with me no more? You're like,
Yeah.
damn. Like I gotta change with the content. You know, you ready to drive a car off the roof to get some clout going, get some traction. You know what I'm saying? So like you start telling stories you never told nobody before. You know, what I'm saying? You trying to get stuff moving again. You know, so nah.
I kidnapped this guy.
Yeah, like, you
this
gotta-
is where he is. Give me my followers.
You gotta start saying some dark stories to get some traction going, you know? So right now on the account, honestly, I don't know what's been going on this month. This month my TikTok has just been booming off like crazy. I think I got
Good,
like
bro.
12 million views this month.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep it up because I know like TikTok is kind of shady eventually, like when you get like a little bigger. So, you know, that's mainly my like main focus right now is focusing on getting more followers. That's it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I
Pretty much it.
And that's not even a bad goal.
Yeah, because I really want to be a YouTuber, honestly. Clothing is cool, but I feel like so many people make so much money off YouTube, bro. I was watching like Mr. Beast the other night. I'm like, bro, this man makes a shit ton of money, bro.
But you're working on another clothing company right now.
Yeah, no, I'm still doing it, but I don't plan on doing it for a long run. Like, I told myself, like, I'm gonna stay down and I'm gonna do it for like 5 years, probably bring in like 100 million. I'm gonna stop. And I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna just stop out of nowhere. Or maybe I just sell the brand to somebody else, and just go from there.
100 million.
I need to make 100 million, and then I'm gonna just stop.
You have the plan to do it.
Yeah, I think 100 million coming in these 3 years. I wrote it all out like Jeff Bezos. I sat my ass down. I wrote it all out from month to month to month to month to the end. It's gonna reach 100 mil.
In 3 years.
So for a kid at home listening.
So for a kid at home listening to you, like listening to you, like plotting your shit out, like how you do it, what is your best advice to a kid at home that's thinking about starting a business? Literally the same.
But
way
how
I
old
am.
is he though? Because every age changes.
18, 17, 18.
18, 17, 18. Want to start a clothing line?
What is your advice to a 17 to 18-year-old kid that wants to start a business of some sort, but is like hesitating right now?
Well, right now, if you're about to start out, I would say start off with a name, that's catchy. Don't do anything corny. Probably ask your friend group. Hopefully not a bunch of dorks, so they give you some good advice. So they know what like everybody wants to see. It's like, no, they're dorks, it's fine. But anyways, gives like some good advice or whatever. And then I just say go from there. And then I guess try to look and do some research about what you want to sell. Clothing line specifically, it's not that difficult, honestly. It's just like in the beginning, mine just a name on some clothing. It was hard. Get some models, get some promotion, get some influencers. You get rich. I swear it's so easy. and other people will be like, oh, it's not that easy. Like, it is that easy. You know what I'm saying? It is that easy. It is that simple, honestly. Now, I will say, like, in the beginning, we talked about this in the car on the way here. Like, without, like, having clout, it does get a little bit harder to reach other people with clout. Like, once I hit, like, 10K on IG, I DM everybody responded. When I was at, like, 2K, leaving me on scene.
Fuck 'em, yeah.
Red. Coley Ray left me on scene. I love her, but she did. She did, swear to God, left me on scene. People just leaving me on scene. I'm like, God damn. Once I started getting followers, everybody answers.
Hit you back.
Everybody answers. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of like people like, oh, how can I get the influencers to like get my shit popping off? Like, just get your personal clout up. Easy after that.
So, bro, you make all this money. You're doing your thing, being successful.
Yeah.
How does the money and like some clout like affect your relationship?
I'll say like
how does it affect your relationship with girls in general? You know what I mean?
The ladies, I feel as if like in terms of like when it comes to like women and like, well, first I'll talk about like guys first. With guys, for the most part, depending on how you act or whatever. Like, say you were used to like, I never smoked or drank though, but like say like the guys who, the guys I was hanging out with who were smoking and drinking. Oh, bro, like, yo, you're acting different, dude. Like, you don't want to come around no more. I mean, I did want to come around at that time, but I feel like I could be doing something better with my time right now. Like, rather than sitting here and talking about whose ass is fatter, what girl is badder. If you could hit this girl, what would you do, or just, it's just nothing I want to get into, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather talk about, like, I'd rather talk about Marvel movies than talk about like smashing joints. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I don't blame you.
Like literally, like so the guys I was hanging out with, I just like they're like for the most part, like flat out. Even if they do see this, I like didn't have none of those friends. Kind of hurt me though. I ain't gonna lie because like they just want to do dumb shit. I don't want to do dumb shit. I'm more so like trying to tell them like, on one of my pictures I said, a lot of these guys try to hate when I'm trying to motivate. I remember that picture blew up on my IG because for the most part I'm just trying to tell people like what to do, and when they don't have it for themselves, it's kind of hard. Like.
And so it's like, oh, you're telling me what to do.
Yeah, you're telling me what to do, or you're like, bro, like that happened for you, not gonna work for me, or you know what I'm saying, like that. So it's like, I don't really want to be around you, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of broke shit going on. I don't want to be around it, so I don't want to be around it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame
the guys, women, it's more so like, do they really fuck with you, or do they want to get some money? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because I feel like you would attract more, and like there's a difference between like bitches and women.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I feel like you would attract more bitches because it's just like, okay. You got you got a thought that's attracted to the money. You got thoughts attracted to the money, whatever.
Yeah.
And like they want to fuck with you for the money. But to find like a girl that's solid, that's gonna hold you down, that doesn't care about you for the money, that actually cares about you for your character. I feel like it would be a little bit harder to almost find that because like
I feel like it depends on how you portray yourself. Like, so I feel like if you're like clouded up for like rapping, it may be like some money thing. But if you're like known for like business, yes, it still could be a money thing.
Yeah.
But like you're gonna attract more like intelligent women or like more women with money. Like, so like my thing, right? So when I start getting money, if I try to talk to a girl, she'll be like, why do you want to talk to me? Like, if she doesn't have nothing going on for herself, she'll be like, why do you want to talk to me? Like, you got all this going on. They'll somewhat get intimidated, like, why do you want to talk to me? But if you're like a broke nigga, like, they're not gonna think that way.
Yeah.
Oh, when you ready to go to lunch? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, oh, when you ready to go hang out? When you ready to go, can I come over? Like, whatever. But like, if you like hold yourself to a certain standard, you know what I'm saying? Like how I think I hold myself, the business women will come, the millionaire women will come. They want to hang out with guys who get into it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them pretty much aren't leeches. Like any woman I met with money, they weren't really leeches, honestly. They had it on their own. They just want to be surrounded like,
by like-minded people.
A like-minded
Bro,
guy.
It's been driving me crazy. Like, and that's why like I feel like, and I'm not even trying to sound like a dick rider, but meeting you was like,
yeah.
Like I feel like it's important to me because, bro, I've been trying to network to people that like are like-minded or like got something going for themselves, or even just trying to get something going for themselves. There's literally, bro, this T-shirt, this is my friend's clothing company.
Yeah.
This is basically my only friend that I have. Shout out to Sean, that is actually like actively trying to escape the rat race and just be different, like start a business. Like that's it. Like it's like, and obviously my brother.
Because you're 17 right now, right? So,
yeah.
So 17.
No one's really doing it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like,
at 17, nobody's thinking about that.
Yeah, like I look at my school and like I just see kids like, and they're all like, oh, committed here, committed there, committed there, committed here. Like I'm committed to the work. Like, like I am. Like I really am. Like,
but I mean, this is what I'll say. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those guys in a sense. Because I know, like, on some of my TikTok, I kind of toned it down a little bit on going on the 9-to-5ers because it's like, in a way, right? If you want somebody to like work for you, right? Technically, or like you have a business, right? There's gonna be somebody below you at the end of the day. Somebody, an assistant, print guy like me or whatever.
Yeah.
Technically, that's a 9 to 5. So you kind of need those people, but in a sense of like when they say like my issue with like people who work 9 to 5s is when they think that they can't escape it. I don't even care if you're there.
And they'll
as long as you know
but they'll
that
shit on people like you
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, that's not possible. He didn't really do it like that. It's all cap. It's all this. It's all that. He's just trying to sell.
Bro.
I
I just seen this quote the other day. Right, this guy was like, this guy, he's pretty cool. His name is Goatvig on IG. And I seen him and I watched him for stuff sometimes, and he was basically saying like, before I did it, everybody was saying to go ahead and do it, or like he was saying like people get committed to universities, they'll be like, oh, you guys are doing so well, or somebody gets a job, they'll be like, oh, you guys are like, getting a 6-figure job, and they'll go viral, right?
Yeah.
Soon as you say you're a millionaire, everybody hates you. All you care about is money. How did you become a millionaire? Or like, this thing you're doing some evil shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like nobody should be a millionaire or whatever, or nobody should have that much money. Yeah, without school. So it's like crazy. So that was a crazy thing he said, and I thought about it like, damn, if I like said like I got like a job at like Apple, everybody would go nuts.
Yeah.
But if I say I made $1 million today, oh, all he cares about is money. You know what I'm saying? All he cares about it. I mean, it doesn't matter. $1 million is still gonna be there. So
yeah.
if you don't congratulate me, it's gonna be what it is. But I hate that whole narrative is wild.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, bro, that is nutty. Fuck that. Yeah, but that's why like, and it's not even like shitting on like the 9 to 5ers. It's just like the 9 to 5ers just don't.
It's the mindset that's it's irritating. The mindset is like, I have to be here. That's how my mom is. She's Caribbean, so the Caribbean folks and anybody Caribbean watching this,
basically my best friend Day, his whole family's Caribbean, and
you gotta work the 9 to 5. You gotta work for
yeah.
Like, nah, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
You can't shit on it because the most of the people watching on TikTok are working that night.
Yeah, nah, for a fact. That's what I'm saying.
And even my
that's what I say. I show the supporters love all the time. Like I make certain videos. I'm like, yo, like if you're working a 9 to 5, keep doing it, because I was doing it at one point. Like I wasn't just woke up one day, got the whips outside, the followers. Like nah, I had to put work in for that while working at the 9 to 5. Even though it wasn't that long, but I was working at one point. You know what I'm saying?
But like you just, it's crazy. Like when you have these conversations, like what my grandparents, Italian, like you need the job with the pension after, or you need the job that you could build the insurance, so you have a retirement, and it's like, yes, that's nice and all, but it's like, what if I put 10 years, right? Just totally dedicated myself to business and building.
Yeah, that's crazy you said that. So wait, not to cut you off. So basically, right, this was actually what happened, right? Mm-hmm. So yes, it was the baby thing, right? But also it was like, I told myself when I dropped out, 'cause I dropped out before I knew I had a baby. That's facts. I did. Everybody knows. I dropped out before I knew I had a baby. The baby just pushed me all the way to just like, fuck this. I gotta push in my timeline. Basically, I was like, I'm gonna drop out for 4 years, right? And if in 4 years I don't get rich, I'm gonna go back to school. But I'm gonna use the first 4 years as my youth while I don't have responsibilities. While, I guess I was homeless, so I really can't say I was living with my peoples. But while I'm just on my own, I don't have responsibilities. I watched a video with Elon Musk. He was like, I don't know why people don't take more risk. Right now, you're young, you have no family, you probably don't got a car note, you don't pay for your own health insurance. Like, this is the time to take the risk. Like, after I watched that video, it was over. I swear to God, I dropped out that day. Like, when he said that, it just made sense. It just made sense. Like, right now,
you got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? At this age, there's nothing to lose right now.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, in 10 years, like, where can I, like, what if I'm making so much money to the fact that a fucking pension doesn't mean shit?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what? Like, and like, they're like, oh, or like get a job through the state or get a job through a union. And it's just like, that's just like that typical mindset. And it's because that's what they did. And I feel like that's where their bar is.
And it's also the people around you at the same time. Like, I think to myself, like, so, right, me, right? I'm not even really around anybody who said, like, if I said, like, yo, I want to set up, like, the next Ferrari, the people around me would be like, oh, yeah, go for it and do it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, fuck no. Like, they would be like, there's no way you're doing that. Like, bro, go get a job and then You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, everybody's friend group and all that shit, like, really affects people as well.
Yeah, and, like, it almost makes me feel like hearing that, like, from my family and stuff, like, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Or, and in a way, like, it makes me feel like, am I lazy because I don't want to do this? It's like, no, it's like I'm willing to go hard on something. It's just not the traditional thing that.
But it's also the relationship too. Like, remember before I got on the podcast, I wanted to talk about like men dating like broke women and women dating like broke men. I would say like my like past relationships, like I kind of had to break up with them as well because like I feel like they just wasn't ambitious. Now I'm not saying everybody has to have an ambitious girlfriend or boyfriend. But like, it kind of affects you, like, or say you guys live together or whatever, and you wake up, you see she's doing nothing, and you're trying to get to it. Kind of like messes with your mind a little bit, rather than like dating a woman who's getting to it, has her money in order.
Yeah,
she's pushing you to get up. A lot of that stuff affects each other.
Yeah, especially because like as men, like we want to be like providers and stuff. Like if your girl is making like a lot of money, it's like, ooh, like I want to
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
Like I gotta provide. Like she's making all this fucking
Hell
money.
yeah,
Like I don't want to just be complacent. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
like, but you know, I just advise the bros like stop dating like women who are like broke. It really holds you back. You're buying her everything. She probably actually, you know, we're getting older. Might want a Chanel bag, Louis bag. You're going broke for it. But you know, you get on TikTok. Oh, look what I got, my girl. You're broke.
Yeah.
Like you're broke right now. You're
Yeah.
poor. You didn't do too much. Like there's nothing going on for real.
Yeah. And like I've noticed in my personal life, girls are attracted to ambition, bro.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I don't
hell
give
yeah.
a fuck. Like I'm not your average.
Bad bitches, bro. Bad bitches, like bro, like
Yeah.
like real bad, like when I was like not really doing that, like, and I used to tell the bros, like, bro, like I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like, bro, one day she gonna answer my DM. I used to be shit like that, like back in, you know, when you're young in high school, whatever, doing shit like that, right? And I got older, I'm like doing more. It's like they answer, bro. They answer, like they'll fuck with you, like the baddest girls, the best looking entrepreneur, they'll all answer, like because they want to be with somebody who's on something rather than like the lames just smoking all day, just doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. That's really the biggest problem with the youth. A lot of them, I feel like mental health is a big thing. Drugs is a big thing, like a really big thing, more than we really talk about, you know? I stay away from that shit all the way, you know?
Like, bro, everybody in my town that like knows me and like they know like I'm not an average dropout. Like I've been a proponent of for the longest time. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I barely go out to parties, and if I do, it's like more of a group hangout. I'm like dead against fucking weed. And people are like, oh, why are you dead against weed?
Yeah.
I'm dead against weed because weed fucks with your productivity terribly.
Hell yeah, bro.
Terribly.
Bro. My old partner, he'd be like, yo, I'm not addicted to weed. And I'll walk in man's room. I'm like, yo, how many sales did you get today? Because I'm like trying to keep on top of him because I'm getting sales. I'm getting 10 sales, 20 sales a day, and he's not making nothing. And that's when we had like another guy too. He came in, the younger guy who took his spot, and like we're both in the room standing there staring. He's like, bro, like I can't really do it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? And he's like, bro, I'll just do it. Let me just hit this J real quick, and I'm gonna go. I'm like, fuck, no, I can't even do that.
Bro,
You know what
like
I'm saying?
you're, and another thing, like you guys want to be professional, your image is everything. If you show up, right, and you have like a professional employer that's about to hire you, and you smell like weed, do you think you're getting that job?
Yeah, nah.
That is the worst first impression you could say. You could say, "Oh, well, that's stigma." Well, fuck it. The stigma is gonna stay.
Yeah,
because it's
the only thing that people used to say was bad that's probably nobody cares about when it comes to jobs now is probably tattoos.
Yeah,
like I'm tatted up. Like I tatted.
Who gives a
all over.
fuck?
Like, who gives a fuck? Because as long as you're coming in there, you're respectful, you're professional, you actually know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah,
you'll get hired.
Yeah,
but the whole drug shit is just bad. Honestly, I don't fuck with weed. I don't do the partying. I don't do any of that shit. But I'm not like a douchebag. Like I'll go travel.
Yeah.
I'll go hit up amusement parks. I'll go travel anywhere.
Yeah.
Out the country, in the country, anywhere like that. Do fun shit like that. But
Hell
just
yeah.
smoking in the whip.
That's not fun to me.
It's not fun
like,
to me.
And I watched a video from like Tate, and he was like, a lot of people literally just like they'll see like eating like playing video games and eating Doritos on the couch all day as a bad day. But if you're high when you're doing it, you don't really think of it as a bad day because you're just like you're not present. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're drowning yourself out of the presence.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to be on nicotine for a long time, not a long time, about a year and a half. I was just Nick all the time, different pot. Like I was a Nick feed, and it fucked my productivity. Like whenever I felt like I was bored, hit the Nick, not bored anymore. Like it gave you that instant rush of dopamine gratification. Why would you start a business when you feel?
I'm not high right now. I swear.
No, you're good. It's like why would you start a business when you feel successful after you fucking take a hit of the Nick?
Yeah.
Like you feel good, you're buzzed.
It's so
you
many,
don't care about shit.
Yeah, bro. So many people I know. I'm like, yo, like, why didn't you get that done today? Like, bro, I swear to God, so many people I know. I say, yo, why didn't you get something done today? Oh man, you know, blah blah blah. And then I'll never say like, what's the weed? I'll indirectly ask it. Oh yeah, bro, you smoked today? He's like, oh yeah, I hit. Like, oh yeah, okay, it makes sense now. And then like, I'll tell people like, are you
terrible.
like dumb? Like literally, like when you don't smoke, you're literally doing way more. When you do smoke, you're not really getting too much done.
Terrible.
But there are people who do multitask, like rappers. They're just used to it, whatever.
But they're like oh, and like this is their argument. Like, oh, Elon Musk smokes weed. No, Elon Musk doesn't smoke weed. He took a puff of a joint one time on a podcast. And they're like, oh, Joe Rogan smokes weed. Joe Rogan didn't find weed until his 30s. He was already successful.
Yeah, no, I said
he was already successful.
I kept it a stack. I said like when I turn like 30 years old, I'll hit my first jet. I told the bros, I said, yo, shout out to Craig and the bros. So yo, when I hit 30, I'm gonna hit a J with you guys.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm on a mission. Like I don't deserve to hit a J right now.
No.
There's no reason to hit a J right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have like everything I want. Like I don't.
And I have like very addictive personality. And like I noticed, like when I started with the Nick, like within a month, I was using a pot.
Oh yeah,
a day.
no, that's me too. Like
Within a month, I was using a pot a day. Like if I put my mind to something, it's weird. Like I have OCDs. Like I can't just take a bite of a sandwich. Like I have to eat the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
like it's like weird shit. But it's like if I'm gonna do something, like I have to like just like
nah, that's a fact. That's
be
what,
fully in
that's
on
what
it.
means like that's another reason I don't do like the drugs honestly. Well, also it comes from like my family. I've had some members, no names or whatever, like you know, become like really fucked up off the drinks, off the weed. That's another thing that pushed me to get in. Now I'm like, bro, like one time, but sorry to the bro. One time, man's like came home was like rolled down like a staircase, like it just rolled down and just put a dent in the wall. I remember my dad was mad as shit that night, high as fuck, drunk as fuck. You know, it's a funny story now.
Yeah.
But at that moment, it was kind of scary. Like man just did a front flip down the staircase and
Yeah.
just went into the wall. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? This is some like wipeout shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? But it's just drunk. And then one day I caught man's on like the lawn. You know, wiener hanging out. Like neighbors, like, what the fuck is going on? You know, he's off the drugs though. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm like, nah, I can't do this shit, man. It can't be me.
Yeah.
It can't be me.
I mean, if you want to start a business surrounding weed, like
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, man, why can't people get more addicted to like doing good things rather than like doing the shit that like, you know what I'm saying? Because once you get money, you get the freedom, then you go hang out. But people never get there. You know, I feel like a lot of rich people, once they get there, a lot of people like that's why they stay ambitious. Cause like, what do you want to like? Do I want to go from like the foreigns to like the regular cars? Nothing wrong with regular cars. You have family? Hey, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right now, young guy, 21, I want to make sure I stay in a sports car, stay in a supercar, you know. But then you know, if you start getting lazy, you can't afford the payments. You can't afford, or you're past the payments with some of my cars. You can't afford the insurance. Now your car, you're just fucked. You're just fucked all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So
Here comes the repo man.
Yeah,
He's coming to get that
yeah.
shit. Like yeah.
like,
That's-
so you want to stay on top at that point,
yeah.
motivated.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Bro, I feel like we touched on a lot. You got anything else that you want to talk about? You got any other subjects you want to jump in? We talked a lot about clothing. Talked about your crypto you were going in on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Last question.
We got a question from the audience.
How important would you say your mental health has been for you to generate this kind of wealth in your life?
How important has your mental health been
That's actually good. That's
to
a great question,
generate
actually.
wealth?
I feel as if it's definitely important, but it's like I want to like warn people. And I think like I've looked this up, right? I think that the more I've been into business, and it could be looked at as bad, it could be looked at as good, depending on who you are. And you know, this may start a lot of controversy. Most CEOs become very narcissistic because more so you. Cause narcissistic mean like you're like really like self, you know, whatever. But that really comes from self-obsessed, and that really more so comes from. I feel like a lot of CEOs are like really like misunderstood. Cause I think that people have told me I'm narcissistic plenty of times. I don't really give a fuck, but it is what it is. It more so comes from knowing that you can only rely on yourself, and you start this weird self-love for yourself that like as long as I love myself and I care about what I'm doing, you'll succeed. So like people become like really self-absorbed, like. I did this shit by myself. You wasn't with me.
You should be
You know what I'm saying? Like you eventually become just mad self-absorbed. But like anyways, back to that and why this all relates to the question. Then you start to like lose friends more so because like this guy really gives a fuck about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Or like it kind of like seems like you don't care about anybody else but yourself. But in reality, you do. You kind of just got to keep the emotions down to an all-time low. Like, if you ever watched Ozark, I know you guys watched Ozark before. You ever watched
No,
Ozark?
my girlfriend's parents have been watching it. Tell me to watch it. but I haven't
Bruh,
watched
watch it. You want to get rich? Watch Ozark. And I'm going to say from the mentality standpoint, these motherfuckers like Marty Marr and them, right? They would like get anything done no matter what. Like, it's like basically a show like the guy's money laundering, the guy named Marty, right? And then like there's like, he worked for the cartel, right? So like no matter what, like they would give him like time frames when he has to launder money. And like he basically, this one episode changed my life as well. Cause when the show came out, it was around when I was trying to get money. He basically said one statement. He said that there is no emotion in business. And I was like, damn, that was cold. But that was real though. Like if you start crying like, fuck, it's not doing numbers today. I'm not gonna make any more TikToks. Okay, well you're never gonna get rich. Or fuck, I just lost all this money. Well, if you're crying about it, bitching about it, you're not gonna get to it. Like, and then relationships, right? You know, a wild argument may happen, and your girl's like, babe, like why you not? Why you don't seem like you don't give a fuck? Well, if I do give a fuck, I'm gonna lose out on money. So in a sense, I don't give a fuck. But you know, we can talk it out and be grown adults about it and move on. And that's another thing. Like, so people, like a lot of CEOs, if you see the companies, something bad will happen and they'll move on quick because you have to. You literally have to. And then like mentally, it starts to become fucked up. Like maybe you might have some dark nights or whatever, right? You're sitting in your Lamborghini, whatever, sitting down, nobody's with you, and you're like, fuck, I don't got nobody. Like that's when it hits a little bit low key. But would you rather be crying in a Super or a Camry? Would you rather be crying in a Ferrari or like a fucking whatever? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be crying in the car with no friends than being around everybody. Hey, bottles up.
That doesn't really care about
yeah,
you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The care and no car. So, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I you know, I don't really care about all that. You know, you know, I mean, the Camry, we can have a nice time singing songs, but I want to feel the thrill. You know,
Hell yeah.
I want to go fast. Like me driving here, I was having a blast racing cars. You know, people's head turnings, people, you know, giving you the hands up because you know you did it. You know, whatever. People show that recognition. But yeah, mental health is crazy. I'll speak to, you know, I definitely was going through like a lot of suicide. Honestly, like you see right here, like you see like the big scar right here. I was going through like mad. If you see right here. You see it?
It's the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting is fucked up. You see that right there?
Are you tatted over it now?
Yeah, tatted up. Nah, not tatted over it. But you see it? Do you see it?
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it. You see if it was weird as shit?
Yeah.
So, it's more shit on there. So, you know. But anyways, yeah, so I was mad suicidal, like a lot of over business, honestly. And more so not really over business, over like the friendships and like the family members. Like, or like, I mean, you can get rich, but technically you're not wealthy. So like, you can't just give everybody money. And then like when you may like, I remember one time I gave my sister money. And then like, everybody else started asking for money. I gave her like $1,000. Everybody else started asking for money. I'm like, bro, I can't give all you guys $1,000. Oh, he's weird. He could do this and make it back in a day. I mean, I probably could, but why am I like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a little bit selfish in the beginning.
Yeah.
Why am I going to sink myself? Because I give you $1,000 now. You ask for $1,000 next month when you're fucked up again. You know what I'm saying? Or like when my brother, like one of my cars, basically, he wanted to drive it to look cool. And I said, that's fine. And one of these cars were on the finance shit, right? Or whatever. So I'm like, yo, so the payments for the car with a low interest rate as well, you can just tell how expensive these cars are. It was like 1.1K a month. So he said, yo, I'll pay the 1.1K a month. Just let me get the car, drive it around. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, bro. You can have it. By like the third month, and I had to realize that everybody doesn't make the money I make. And I had to realize that he's paying for insurance too. The insurance was like $500. I'm only 21 with a $100,000 car. They're going to fuck the insurance up. No, I was 20 at that time. They're going to fuck the insurance up. So it was really high. He could not make the payments. So like at that time, this is like last year.
You're paying for a car you're not even driving.
Yeah, so I'm like at this point, like, you know, I took the car back after like 3 months because my credit score is already dropping. Every time it's not getting paid, it's like, bro, I got you, I'm gonna pay it. My credit score dropping, but like I said, at that time, like, to this day, I really don't give a fuck about credit. I don't really care, but it's there if I need it. But whatever. So it's just dropping. So my score drops from like a 745 to like a fucking 650 because of this one car. You know, he's not paying on. So I told him, back to relationships and mental health. I told him, I'm like, yo, this is my best friend this time. Like how you guys are is my best friend. Like, just, bro, like, he looked out. If I'm down bad, he looked for me. I'm like, bro, it's kind of fucked up, but I gotta take the car back. He's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna give you the 4K. I'm like, bro, it's about to get to the repo stages. Like they're calling me on the phone, like, yo, what's going on with the payments? You've never been late before. That's why we're giving you so much time. I'm like, and you can't tell them, like, yo, your bro is paying it. The fuck? They don't give a fuck. Where's the money at? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's going on like 4 months. But they didn't take. The only reason they didn't repo the car because I was so consistent on paying before. They understand like that they know I'm gonna pay. They know they see my income. They know I'm gonna pay. So they're like, nah, we're not gonna repo it or whatever. So I'm like, yo, it's getting to the point where we're gonna repo. I remember I was at a restaurant and they called me like out of the restaurant like, yo, if you don't pay this in the next month, we're gonna repo the car. So I took it back from him and like that like fucked up the relationship a little bit. Cause like you go from having the supercar, the bitches on your dick, the bros, everybody's, you know, you pull up. Bro, when you get a nice car, just know your life kind of changes a little bit. Like, everybody's pressed. You pull up, it's loud, it's, you know, the gears and shit. So anyway, so he went from that to like a 1990, like... Nah, real shit though. Real shit.
The 1990.
So he went from that to like a
Buick?
Nah, it was like I think it was like a 2000 Lexus. Like I remember this day like it was yesterday because I had my other bro, right? So my other bro, like we're pulling up, right? So he's like, bro, like your brother Tony's acting a little weird now, bro. Like he's walking around like just starting fights and shit. I'm like, bro, all over the car, bro. I'm like,
I would say it's fucked up, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's your car.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, bro, all he had to do was pay. Like, if he paid, I wouldn't have did it. Like, he knows. Like, and he's older than me. Like, he's like 30. He's like 30, like 2. It's like for him, and like he's like he never went to college and shit like that. So like to have that car is like, damn, like I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And like he, you know, we live together this time, so he's bringing the honeys home. I'm like, oh, you living it up. But I'm thinking to myself like, I haven't seen bro go to work in a while. He's like, no, bro, I got it covered. You know, ladies paying for it. I don't really care how you get it, but whatever. So he's like, I ain't seen man go to work in a while, so you know he couldn't pay anyways. One day he comes to the garage with like a fucking 2000 like Lexus or something. I'm like, where the fuck you get this from? And I don't know. So, ever since that day, we never really talked for real. And then, we kind of squashed it a little bit on the phone one day. But other than that, we haven't really talked. But yeah, it affects that. And then like when you think about it, damn, I just lost my best friend over money again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another friend over money again. It's like, damn, why the fuck does shit keep happening? Like, damn, like, yeah, it's my money. That's what I'm saying. You got to be, what am I supposed to do? Be riding with you in the 2000 Lexus? I'm not riding with you. I'm riding how I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to stoop down and go broke and then I'm the one who made it. Like they call it, like Lil Baby says, I'm the breadwinner. Why would I fuck my whole shit up and now we all outs out? You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty much what happens.
100%. 100%. Bro, I feel like this was good.
Yeah, for a fact.
We covered a lot. I'm looking forward to throwing some of this shit up
Definitely.
on all my social media platforms, especially you.
Yeah,
Go check him out.
Baines 2 times.
At Baines 2 times. Follow him. Check him out on all platforms.
DM me on IG. You want some advice or whatever. If you're going through it, I also like talking to people who like going through it as well. Now I may not see everybody's DM, but you know the real ones. If I seen your DM, I responded to you. Like everybody I've seen, I respond to. Yeah. No Hollywood shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Word. That's lit, bro. I appreciate you
Definitely.
coming. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you come back soon. Get another thing going. Get a nice little working relationship going here.
Yeah, for
friendship
a fact.
more than anything. And I'll see you for the next episode.
All right, definitely.